Hello everybody and welcome to Watch Me Go Broke. Now today's review is of the Seiko SRPG41, but first things first, on my wrist today is going to be the Vostok Amphibia 170891. This is a looker, fully loom dial. I've got it on a strap code rivet style bracelet. It is a flat end link and I think it looks pretty rad. And here is today's watch. This is the SRPG41. There's quite a variety of these SRPGs running around out there. Most of them are in stainless steel. This is a stainless steel, kind of a gunmetal coating there, but you've got a 39.4 millimeter case, a thickness of 13.2. Lug-to-lug of 48.1 millimeters. This watch weighs in at 75 grams, so not that heavy of a watch. 20 millimeter lug width. It comes on this leather. It's actually a pretty decent leather strap here. No sapphire, again, with Seiko here at this particular price. It is hardlex. It is a domed hardlex. Kind of good looking there. It's got a little bit of distortion, which I like. It kind of reminds me of the Seiko Flightmaster Hardlex, where it's got that wonderful distortion there. So it's a good looking crystal, but again, not sapphire. So as I mentioned, the case is 316L stainless steel. I think it's coated, I guess, in some sort of gunmetal color. So this watch is not going to be quite as versatile as the other models of this watch out here. You've got drilled lugs for easy strap changes, which is always very nice. It is not a screw-down crown, although this watch does carry 100 meters of water resistance rating. Not a screw-down crown, a little disappointing. And zooming in on the dial, that's obviously what has attracted me to this watch. The dial is really beautiful. It's kind of a gradient dial where it's lighter in the center and it sort of gradually comes to a darker point around where the Arabic numerals are. You do have all applied Arabic numerals. They are not loomed for some reason on this watch. So the only loom you're going to have is going to be on the little markers at each of the hours. And of course, the hands. So you've got an applied Seiko logo just below the 12 o'clock position, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. And of course, the new Seiko 5 logo, which I also am a big fan of. So all of that there looks nice. You've got the word automatic printed in a nice font just above the 6 o'clock. Then you've got made in Japan, and then the movement. This is a 4R36 movement, which is the NH36, if you're more familiar with that. And if you want to go even further, it's the NH35 with a day complication. So you've got 24-hour increments all the way around the dial from 13 to 24, so you can do military time should you choose. The hands are also done in that gunmetal coating there. They are pretty well done. They are pencil-style hour and minute hands, and you've got an arrow style in a kind of a burnt orange color for the second hand, and all of that looks pretty good. And taking a look at the caseback here, it is a screw-down caseback. Again, 100 meters of water resistance rating, so I'm not sure why you would do a screw-down caseback but not a screw-down crown. It's kind of lost on me. This 4R36 is decorated a little bit with the Seiko 5 logo on the rotor there, but this movement does beat at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and it does display the day date. You've got a little bit of writing on that highly polished stainless steel screw-down caseback. That Seiko logo there looks really good. Water-resistant 10-bar stainless steel. You've got the serial number. The movement 4R36, then an A4, whatever that means, not sure, and then made in Japan. So taking a look at the strap, it's actually a pretty high quality strap. I was actually impressed with that. I thought this strap would be a little less quality here, but it is actually pretty good. It's got some nice little stitching there towards the head of the watch. You've got a stationary keeper and a floating keeper. The buckle is not that great. It is monogrammed or engraved with the Seiko logo. Kind of crappy, but definitely not a deal breaker. It is a calfskin leather strap in 20 millimeter. You've got the Seiko logo there. Let me flip her around so you can see it there. Okay, the Seiko logo there looks really good, embossed on this strap. But yeah, the strap's very comfortable, which I was surprised about. It doesn't take any kind of breaking in period or anything. It just fits nice to your wrist right out of the gate. I wear this on the 6th hole on my 7.5-inch wrist. So you can see, you can probably fit up to an 8, possibly an 8.5-inch wrist and a little bit of stitching on the tip there. So this watch is gonna work for numerous sizes of wrists. So setting the time, the first position, since it's not screwed down, is just winding. So you can wind this watch. It does hack as well. Second position changes the date and the day, and then you've got, there's the hacking there. So let me get around there so you can see the date and day change. As typical for Seiko, it starts changing very early. You see at 11 p.m. there, it starts changing the date, and then it does change right at the 12. But then the day, you got to wait another 3 hours or so for the day to come into alignment there. Yeah, that's typical for this particular movement. So no big deal there. It does quick set the day and the date, so you can really operate this with ease. Is ease even a word? I don't think it is. So color matched day date complication there, which is kind of nice. So let's check out the loom. So the loom is really good. It's Seiko's proprietary Lumi Bright, which is one of the best looms in the game. I think it looks great. There was a little bit of a missed opportunity, actually more than a little bit of a missed opportunity, not looming the Arabic numerals there. Not entirely sure why that didn't happen, but the loom is good and it lasts all night. And there it is out in the wild on my 7.5-inch wrist. I think it wears really comfortable. The 39 millimeter size is really great. The lug to lug is, decently, short. So, I think this could fit a smaller wrist, again, up to an 8-inch wrist, I think, and it would look really great. So what do I not like about this watch? Well, I really think they missed an opportunity with not looming the Arabic numerals. Because zooming in on the dial here, you see they did color match it. So these little markers here are loomed and the Arabic numerals are not, but the color matches perfectly. So that's surprising that that's not loomed. I don't get that. If you're going to match the color, I mean, it's almost probably harder to match the color than it is to, not put loom on it. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, so that was a huge missed opportunity for me. The second thing I don't like is the gunmetal color. It looks great. I mean, it really does look great, but you're not going to have any kind of versatility with this watch. I mean, it probably will be a strap monster to a certain extent, but I think stainless steel, if you're going to want to pick one of these up, I would definitely go with stainless steel. And of course, you're never going to find a bracelet for this. Uncle Seiko, I'm looking in your direction. It would be nice if you could make a gunmetal bracelet that would fit this. That would be really cool, but you probably wouldn't sell too many of them because most people don't like bracelets on field watches. I, however, am the exception. And so another thing is the crown not screwing down for the 100 meters of water resistance, but it's Seiko. I think you can trust it, for 100 meters of water resistance, even though the crown doesn't screw down. It's just one of those things that, it's worked without a screw down crown on a lot of their other watches. So I think it's okay. But of course, I would definitely like to have that little peace of mind knowing that that crown's screwed down. Final thing that I don't like is the price. It is outrageous. On Amazon, it's going for $247. The retail on it's $315. That is atrocious for this watch, especially being an entry-level watch. It's about $100 more expensive than it should be. This one I was lucky. I had some rewards dollars there, so I ended up getting mine for 50 bucks, so obviously that's a good deal. That's why I picked up this gunmetal version, because if I was going to purchase it at full retail, I definitely probably would have gone with one of the models that are full stainless steel. But, you know, for $247, it's way too high. You're not getting sapphire. You're not getting a screw down crown. Yeah, it's just way overpriced. I'm not sure what Seiko's doing right now with their pricing on their entry level stuff. It's really disappointing. It's putting these watches a little bit out of reach to what their normal customer base is, which is incredibly disappointing. So what does this watch compete with? Well, the most obvious competitor to me is the Islander from LongIslandWatch.com. His field watch, it's virtually the same size and, you know, all of that. But with the Islander, you get a screw down crown. It does have 100 meters of water resistance, but you also get a sapphire crystal on the main crystal, and you also get a sapphire on the back. So, and of course, the strap on those Islanders is amazing. It's amazing. So it's far better than this. I just think that, you know, if you had to choose, and of course, his price, $189, that's excellent, you know, for what you're getting with his value. So if you're looking to pick one of these up, I would probably at this point not do it. It's relatively new. Hopefully the prices will come down, but if you want a good field watch, I would pick up the Islander over this all day long. So in conclusion, I think this is a really great looking watch. It's just the wrong price, and it's some of the wrong specs. I just feel like they missed an opportunity with a few things on here. But it is a beautiful watch, and I think, you know, if you did pick it up, value for money, it's certainly not value for money at all. And, you know, flipping it, if you're going to flip it, you're not going to make a profit on this whatsoever. I just think, you know, it's one to skip. And I really don't like saying that because it is a beautiful watch, but I just think there's better values out there. At $247, you can get into some micro brands that offer far more than this watch does. And I think that's probably the way to go. So that's all I have today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like it? Do you think it's overpriced? Do you think, what's the deal? Tell me what your deal is. And I will see you next time.